HBO's The Last of Us finally wrapped up its first season, and the finale was absolutely amazing. Of course, being based on the video game by the same name, fans were expecting the finale to go basically the same. However, there were a few slight differences which are going to change things going forward.
What are you doing?
Killing time.
What am I supposed to do?
I'm sure you'll figure that out.
Your watch is broken.
There were some added story beats, some slight character changes, and of course, some small additions that set up the next season. Despite these changes though, the major plot points played out very similarly to the game, meaning it's very controversial right now, and is being heavily debated online like the original game was. We all know that people are questioning what Joel did during that finale, and whether you think he was right or wrong is up to you. However, series star Pedro Pascal, who plays Joel, as well as writer Craig Mazin, has recently commented on the ending. There's a good amount to cover in today's video, so please stay tuned as we discuss what Pedro Pascal said about the finale of The Last of Us Season 1. Let's do a quick recap of what happens at the end of The Last of Us and how it compares to the video game.
How long do infected live?
Oh, I thought you went to school.
It's a really shitty one.
Well, some last about a month or two. But there's others been walking around about 20 years.
Just like in the video game, Joel ends up choosing to save Ellie instead of allowing the fireflies to kill her in order to potentially create a cure. The key word here is potentially, as it wasn't guaranteed that a cure would be created from Ellie. She was just the best chance, as they would remove the cordyceps from her brain and figure out how it worked in order to possibly make a cure. Joel knew that this was the only way to make a cure, but didn't want Ellie to die. He also realized that she had no real choice in this, so in order to save her, he took on the Firefly army inside the hospital. Whilst being escorted out, he attacked the two guards walking him away, took their guns, and went on a rampage. Joel slowly walked through the corridors of the hospital and proceeded to viciously kill lots of foot soldiers in the process. He even seemingly killed a few innocent people, but we don't know if he knows that just yet. He makes his way into the operating room and finds the main doctor conducting the procedure. He kills the doctor, leaves the nurses, and picks up Ellie in order to leave. Before he can get away though, he ends up killing Marlene, who tries to stop them before they reach the vehicle. It's a truly emotional moment, and one that also played out in the game. This might be one of the best moments of the series, as it shows how ruthless Joel really was in his pursuit of happiness.
Hey!
Why are you so important to Marlene? Don't lie to me, or we'll take you back.
You take me back, you don't get your battery.
You heard that? Then you must have heard that he wants to shoot you.
He might not have wanted Ellie originally, but he has taken her on as his own daughter and wants to save her no matter what. Joel is so heavily motivated to rescue Ellie, and Pascal commented on that in his recent interview. He chose Ellie over saving humanity because after the loss of his daughter Sarah, he could not lose another girl. What would make one choose one thing over the survival of humanity, essentially? He finds himself incapable of losing again, Pascal said in a behind-the-scenes interview. He said it's such a beautiful shadow, and one can explore and question, find the horror, and find the humanity in it. This one moment is truly groundbreaking for the character, and was phenomenally portrayed by Pascal. He brought all the nuances of the character that Troy Baker did through the voice, but in his facial expressions as well. We know from the moment Joel sat down and was told the news that his mindset has completely changed. He has accepted Ellie as his own and wants to save her no matter what. Even though it most likely has destroyed their relationship, for now, he has saved the surrogate daughter he never thought he could ever have again. Craig Mazin, one of the writers of the series, also addressed the controversial ending of episode 9. He said that Joel is so wrapped up in Ellie at that point in the story that it was such an easy decision for him. He prioritized saving Ellie over saving humanity, and it wasn't a hard choice. Mason said that time doesn't heal anything, it just makes it all fade. But people are there to heal things, and at that moment, you understand the depth of what Ellie truly means to Joel. It's been 20 years, and he couldn't heal himself, but having another person by his side has truly changed the person he is today. Tess and Tommy were the only other people who tried to do that, but no one could replace his daughter, I guess until he met Ellie, that is. This is why the ending had to be the way it is, as the horror had to be shown on screen. The ending of The Last of Us Part 1 is something people have been arguing about for over a decade now in terms of the video game, so it's no surprise that the television audience is doing the same. The finale is designed to make the audience question if what Joel did is right. Should he have done what he did?
That girl, she'd see a big rock and just... She would have liked you. Not to say the two of you are the same, but definitely different kids.
So many people say no, and a lot of other people will say yes. Just look at the internet right now. TikTok is full of people either defending Joel or going against him. It's really crazy to see. In the end though, the only thing that we can be sure of is that we understand what he did, and Ellie would of course not wanted him to do it. This is where the relationship breakdown in The Last of Us Part 2 and the time between comes into play. Ellie figures out what Joel has done, and their relationship breaks down from there. After the two finally escape, Joel lies to Ellie, and Ellie clearly doesn't believe him. However, the final line of okay is Ellie accepting the lie and trying to move forward. It's such a controversial moment for the series, and it's no surprise that everybody is discussing it online. We of course understand why Joel did what he did, but even he himself knows it was wrong. He has so much regret over it, and we can see that in his appearance in The Last of Us Part 2. Speaking of Part 2, this whole situation in the finale sets up the plot line of the next game.
We really had that same experience of Ellie and Joel. The only difference being that we didn't hate each other when we didn't first meet by you slamming me against a wall.
No, we were just afraid that, you know, I just wanted you to like me.
I wanted you to like me.
This, of course, is being adapted into The Last of Us Season 2, and most likely Season 3 and beyond. We have no word yet on when the series is going to return, but we do know that production will enter later this year. If Season 2 is going to adopt The Last of Us Part 2, then it's going to be weird to see what they change around in order to make it better. It isn't exactly a well-received story. Hopefully, they make some additions to smooth it out. We aren't going to spoil Part 2 here, but let's just say that Joel's choice is going to be drastic going forward. No matter what side you're on, it's going to be a huge blow when The Last of Us Part 2 hits our screens. If you think this finale is controversial, just wait for the second season of the show. It's gonna get crazy out here. But what do you think about Joel and his decision? Please let us know in the comments section below. We hope you enjoyed today's video and are looking forward to The Last of Us Part 2 live-action adaptation. Thanks for watching. See ya.